Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fight before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just beat it up before we collide.
Today, is everyone ready for this fun Hear Me Out? Our Hear Me Out was Superstitions. We are still waiting for others to come in. It was an off from my usual time, and I had to change it. So some of those who usually attend can't be here, and I hope we get some new ones that will play number 2, which is up now. The HMO is what I call it, guys. If you see HMO with the number HMO, hear me out, number 2 is now up. It's now up. So if you like what you see, then play our Hear Me Out number 2. It's a fun comment and opinion game. And the first one we did was Superstitions. Superstitions. How many of you know of a superstition or heard of a superstition from someone? Let me know in the comments, guys. And while we are still waiting and getting started, go up there and give me that like, everyone. hit the like button and make sure to let me know in the comments if you know of a superstition. We will have 6 games, and at the end of those 6 Hear Me Out games, we will do the gift exchange at that point and pick a winner for the one who stands out. We have the original comment, the answer comment, and we also have what's called a third place or honorary comment. We did pick that because we had trouble choosing. Lots of comments on our first one. 58 comments, guys. It was a lot of chitter chatter going on with superstitions. So let's get that up with the Hear Me Out number 2. HMO number 2 was put up yesterday. All right, we are going to get started. I am still waiting for my moderators to come in. They should be coming in and give us a shout. And when they get here, we can begin. And I think I have Paula can't be here today. She said she was getting her stitches out. And she's here every time. So we're going to give her a big hand for her black cat comment. Who's heard of black cat superstition? Any of you heard of the black cat superstition? Let me know in the comments and I will read them as we go. Have you heard of the black cat? Now, here are some of the superstitions that we had in the HMO number 1. Salt, mirrors, black cats, after dark, ladder, umbrellas, whistling indoors, the number 13, and shoes on the table. Those were some awesome comments made about superstitions. And I'll tell you what, superstitions are interesting. Some people truly believe in them and others do not. So, I have, before we begin on our winner of this round, I'm going to read, Paula had left a comment about black cats. And when I did my...
Incoming call.
Oh, hold on a minute. I gotta delete that incoming call today. All right. I found some interesting facts about, and Sacred Emotions is in the house. Hello, girl. And we're still waiting on 2 other moderators, but we are getting started anyway. What does a black cat symbolize? What does it symbolize? Get this, guys. Black cat symbolizes wealth, fortune, and used to be considered with high self-esteem. Can you believe that? How did it go from that to scary and don't cross the path of a black cat? Isn't it funny how superstitions change? I really like that. When I did my research, that is what I had found out. Given in the belief of medieval Europe that the devil and witches were capable of taking the form of a black cat. So that tells you where the change happened. It makes sense that the superstition surrounding crossing the path developed, says Phoebe Miller-White, a folklorist and artist. Therefore, and this is a quote from her, therefore, a black cat crossing your path might very well be on a mission from a witch. How awesome is that, guys? We went from high self-esteem to wealth and fortune down to a witch, taking the form of a witch. She notes just as easily it could be the devil in disguise. And no one wants to cross paths with the devil. This explains why the black cat crossing your path is considered a bad omen. Does anyone have any comments about that? When here they were held in high self-esteem and wealth and fortune, only to be dittered down to don't cross the path of a black cat. So that was an awesome superstition that Paula brought up in her comments. And I thought that was an interesting read for you guys. And of course, we got Halloween, black cats, and Halloween. Go figure. All right, and now we had another one brought up that I felt was very interesting, and that was on mirrors. Hi, Amy, how are you? Amy, I still have not received your email. I don't know if you are not putting in the right email, but because you're new, and you got the wrong email, I'm giving you a break on this one. So at the underneath in the section, description section, is my email for that game, TZED@gmail.com, TZGames@gmail.com. Hello, Jen. Yay, Jen's new channel is here. Claire Aurora, hello, girl. And Amy, so go ahead and look at the email in the description under the video and send your email, please, so I can make it part of my records because that is cash. All right, here we go. Let's talk about mirrors real quick before we get into this. This is really interesting. And this one is for my good pal, Sacred Emotions. She brought up mirrors, I believe, in the comments under Superstitions. If you or someone you know is getting married, then this one is for you. The happy couple should stand in front of a mirror together. Not only do they get to check out how stunning they look on their special day, but they are also participating in a wedding tradition. I wished I would have known that before she had her wedding. It is said that if a married couple looks into a mirror shortly after saying I do, they are uniting their souls. How awesome is that? Something good about a superstition in the mirrors. When you look into the mirror with someone, it is said to create an alternate universe where the two souls can live on together forever. Another common wedding tradition is a little more risky, but just as fun. Breaking glass on your wedding day is a good omen. Just try to avoid mirrors. That's right. That's why on these weddings, you don't see them breaking a mirror. They break a glass. The shattered pieces of glass represent how many years the couple will have together. Now, that being said, make sure you put a lot of muscle behind that break. How awesome is that, guys? Something good about a superstition. Claire said she never heard of that one. Jen says, hello, Claire. Claire Aurora said, hi, TZ. Hello, Claire. And that's it for now. Howdy, Amy from Sacred Emotions. All right, we have some exciting things to talk about today. And let's go on to the mirror. The mirrors. Now, here's one that I never heard, guys. Let me take a drink, and I can't wait to tell you about this one. Hello, my mother Spark is in the house. Hello, welcome to our house. You have a beautiful channel, by the way. My mother Spark, she is new to our family. And check out her channel. She has an awesome channel. All right, mirrors by the bed, your soul. Oh, good. Thank you, Amy, because, you know, with legalities and everything, I can't commit until I have the email so that I can put all the paperwork stapled together. You know how legalities are. So I did give you a little break because you were fairly new, and I know you didn't understand sending it to the wrong email, but we got you covered now, girl. All right, mirrors by the bed steal your soul. Has anyone heard of that? Let me know in the comments. Have you heard that mirrors by the bed steal your soul? How creepy is that? All right, if you sleep with a mirror facing your bed, you may want to reconsider. Legend has it. Now, legend, you all know what a legend is. Legend has it that spirits from the other side will suck your soul out through the mirror. There's no better time to suck someone's soul out than when they are laying unprotected and unaware in bed. Whoa, creepy. Thank you, Amy. I know about the legality. Okay, awesome. As beautiful as a giant bedroom mirrors are, hold on guys, I have to shut this off.
Incoming.
All right, as beautiful as a giant bedroom mirrors are, placing the mirror elsewhere may not be a bad idea if you are superstitious. If your mirror is fixed to a closet door or a wall and you can't move it, simply covering it with a blanket or cloth at night, only at night when you're sleeping, will do the trick. How awesome is that? Isn't it funny how superstitions get started, or how they're remade, or someone turns them around to something else? Now, this is one that I've never heard of. Not this one, not the mirrors by the bed. I have mirrors in my bedroom, but they're not facing my bed. I have my vanity, which is facing the west wall, and it's like in a room, like a little side room all on its own, so it's nowhere near my bed. So even if I believed in this, I would still keep it where it's at because it looks good. All right, so that's one that I never heard of. Now, here's something interesting. My mother Sparks said, I believe they can be portals. I have anointed all my mirrors with oil. See, a lot of people do that. Their doorways and their mirrors. And that is a good thing. I have my house blessed periodically. You guys all know my firm belief in the Lord and my Christianity values. So, yes, I do have my house blessed, but I never thought of the mirrors. That's a good idea, my mother Spark. Sacred Emotion said, my grandma always had us hold our breath when passing a cemetery. I still do it. I thought it was a game until, as an adult, I looked it up. It says you may inhale an evil force. I don't know about inhaling an evil force, but a lot of people believe, I never heard that one, but I did hear that if you don't hold your breath when crossing a cemetery, you could get an evil spirit to follow you home. So I've heard of that. But inhaling, I don't know, but that I could see where they're saying you would get possessed. I guess that's what that means. Jen's new channel said, I have my closet doors as mirrors facing right at me. Oh, scary. My mother Spark said, amen. Thank you, girl. Claire Aurora said, Jen with her eyes. Claire's trying to scare Jen with her little eyes. Jen's new channel, laughed at Claire, Sacred Emotion. It says inhale. Yeah, that's what I thought, as possessed. Yeah, you can inhale it, so get possessed. Wow, that's one I never heard about, the inhale. That's new to me. Jen said, I will not walk on a grave at a cemetery. Oh, it's so disrespectful. It's not just about superstition. It's about being respectful of the dead's body. We know their spirit is not there any longer, but it's it's just respectful not to walk on the graves of those that have departed. My mother Spark said, I don't either, but out of, right on, my mother Spark, out of respect. Now, here's one more thing I'm going to read before we get on the superstition for this round, the comments who made it on this round. All right, mirrors and the Feng Shui. How many have heard of Feng Shui? Give me a thumbs up if you have ever heard of Feng Shui. In ancient China and in today's modern Feng Shui, having a mirror facing your bed isn't a good idea. There are several reasons why people advise against it, but one of the basics is simply because it could startle you if you saw your reflection in a dark room. It could also cause you, now here's something that intrigues me, guys. It could also cause you to hear things. Now, explain that to me. If you know, in a dark room and you have your mirrors facing your bed, it could cause you to hear things. Does anybody know why? Why it would cause you to hear things? I don't get that, but mirrors are a fantastic for reflection, as we know, but they're also great for reflecting sounds. Now, I've never ever heard of mirrors reflecting sounds, so I'm going to do a little more research on that, and we might have another live just on the Feng Shui and mirrors, because I want to do a little bit more research on the sounds, reflecting sounds. So any bump in the night could be bounced towards your bed. Yikes. All right, we have... Jen said it was when we moved in the house about a year ago. Feng Shui, my mother Spark said Feng Shui, or however you spell it, is not to face your foot of the bed towards... Yes, I've heard of that one. Yes, I have. Jen says, sounds different of the mirror. See, I don't understand. I don't understand the reflecting sounds, but I'm going to do a little more research on that because, number one, I'm curious. Number two, it sounds intriguing. And number three, I'd like to share it with you on another live because it was brought up in our Hear Me Out. And Sacred Emotion said the Japanese tuck their thumbs in their fists at funerals. They believe if you don't, parents will pass. Oh my goodness, I've never heard of that one. Oh, I'll have to look into that one too. Jen said, Mother Sparks, my bed is like that too. Oh crap. All right, guys. Now, I'm gonna leave a note on here because I want to check into this. So I'm gonna write myself a note, check out, because that's got me curious. Okay, now, I want to say we had 58 comments, guys. Beautiful, wonderful comments, but we only can pick one first, one second, and one honorary. We weren't going to have an honorary, but we had a toss-up, so we picked an honorary. And hear me out. This is our round one winner main comment. Main comment. And that main comment is, I'm going to put it up here. Don't go home after a funeral. A spirit can follow you. Who did that comment? If you remember, write it in the comments. But our winner of the round one, Hear Me Out, is Sacred Emotions. Congratulations on Don't Go Home After a Funeral. A spirit could follow you. Now, let's go to her comment. Let me see. I got her comment right here. Sacred Emotions said, I believe it is in the Philippines that they don't go home straight after funerals because they believe the spirit will follow you home. What an intriguing superstition. And I do have some sayings on that. Let me get them. Let me see. I did my research on that. And I have, and now this was 9 Beliefs About Death and Funerals by Fraser Consultants in August 2016. Now, some of these are pretty interesting, guys. So let's go to, let me find it. Let's go to funeral possession. Whatever you do, don't count the number of cars in a funeral procession. It is believed to be bad luck. Some believe doing so will reveal the number of years you have left to live, or will take a year off your life for each car you count. How many have heard that? Wow. Now, you all give some balloons to Sacred Emotions because she got the number 1. And I'm going to go ahead and yes, give her a big hand. Balloons. I don't care how you do it, just acknowledge her round 1 win. Okay, guys, let's go over real quick these 9 beliefs, and then we'll get on to our comment answers. Number 1 is the original comment. Number 2 is a comment left under a comment. So these are the answers, the winner to the answer given to a comment. Keep that in mind. And then 3 is the honorary. All right, here are 9 superstitions on funerals that he had found on the internet. Coins on the eyes, pregnant women and cemeteries, feet first, funeral possession, which I just read to you, thunder, hold your breath, which was brought up by Sacred Emotions. She brought that up in this live. Put away the mirrors, that was also talked about. Beware of birds, and stop the clock. How many heard of stop the clock? Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of stop the clock in a funeral. If not, I will read it for you. If you guys have not heard about it, if you have, state what you've heard. If you haven't, just give me a thumbs up that you want me to read it. Everyone is congratulating Angel on her original comment. All right. Sacred said no on the clock, but yes for the others. My Mother Spark, never heard of that. Jen's new channel, read it please. Claire Aurora has not heard of it. All right, guys, stop the clock. When someone dies, this is unreal superstition, but when someone dies, it is important to make sure the clock stops ticking. Like other superstitions, there's a lot of different explanation behind it. One belief is that if you let time continue to pass, then the soul of the departed will remain and haunt the house. Another belief is that it allows the departed to move into the next world at their own pace, not having to worry about time. I mean, how many of you have had a loved one die? I know my mother passed away several years ago. I didn't stop the clocks. I didn't even know about stopping the clock. So, pretty interesting superstition. And Claire also said she'd love to know. Now we know, don't we, guys? Sacred said hello to Claire and my mother Spark. You ladies are new to me. Yes, they are new. They are new, and so let's give them a big shout for being here with us and playing our Hear Me Out, a comment on comment game. And are you going to make the cut? Our HMO number 2 is now up. And when you answer someone's comment, please be sure to elaborate. Make it nice, make it fun, make it interesting. However you make it, just make it. And when you leave your comment, do not follow my comments, guys. I'm having fun playing with you, but I do not count. I can't pick myself. And so Steve can't pick myself. So I do not do my short comments. I'm only playing with you. So don't follow my lead. Do your own comments. Do your own answers. But elaborate. Make them funny. Make them fun. Make them serious. However you want to have the person hear you out, do it. And is this a real game? I have been asked, is this a real game? Yes. This was one of the games I got for you guys in the auction. And it is a real game, guys. Hear me out. Yes. And it looks so much fun. I had to play it with you guys. All right. Now we got that done. All right. Let's do an instant Hear Me Out. I have 4 cards on the board here, and I'm going to pick one and see what you guys do. Let's see what we have. Tell me what you were afraid of as a child. Make us feel your fear. Make us feel your fear. Go, guys. I will play some music, and you have 1.5 minutes to write your answer. Tell us what you were afraid of as a child. Make us feel your fear. All right, guys, go. That's our number 1 Hear Me Out in today's live. Tell us what you were afraid of as a child. Make us feel your fear. Go. 1.5 minutes.
We can shine in a crowd and never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. Got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light the fuse. I know, we're perfect, you and I. I know, get up without a fight. What I feel, let us start to make the light. Let us start to make the we can shine in a crowd and never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. Got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light the fuse. I know, we're perfect, you and I. I know, get up without a fight. What I feel, let us start to make the light.
All right, I use that song because it is 1.5 minutes long. I gave you the timer for visual. All right, let's see what we have, and can you feel? Can you feel the fear? And we have sacred emotions coming in with, my sister used to lay a box of hair dye down flat, and the face looked like it was following you. So wherever she didn't want me, she put the dye. Whoa, how scary that would be for a little kid. Oh my goodness. Do you guys ever have that happen to you where you feel like the eyes are following you? Creepy, creepy, creepy. And we have my mother spark coming in with, even I was younger, we lived in an apartment with a poltergeist that would torment me as a child. She would throw my stuffed toy across the room and scream at me. My mom had the house, whoa, her mom had the house blessed. Oh my gosh, guys, that, I can feel your fear. That I can feel. I mean, whoa. Not only is it creepy enough to have eyes following you, but to have a poltergeist in the house screaming at you. I've had my, oh man, ooh, gives me goosebumps. I've had my share of spirits. And you all know, you've watched my videos. We had, and I know that Claire, Aurora, and my mother Spark is new, but there is a live that I was doing, and there are some people in here with us right now that can attest to this, that while I was talking on the live, a string was moving up and down in the live. They seen it with their own eyes. Now, if you were in that live, please give them a shout and let them know, yes, my house has been blessed. All right. Now we have Jen's new channel coming in with, I saw a green hand behind the couch. I was about 5. I was on the living room floor playing, and I looked at the window and I saw it go down behind, ooh, goosebumps. I saw it go down behind the couch. The curtains were moving. And no one believed her. You know, when I was young, I was about 4 and 5. And I would tell my mom these stories about shadow people. Because when you're 4 and 5, you don't know what they are. You're innocent. You haven't been closed-minded, become an adult, and I have been very open-minded since a child because I saw these shadow people. And I would tell mom stories about the shadow people did this and the shadow people said that. She thought I was just a very creative mind and telling stories. It wasn't until my mom experienced it herself. When I was about 14, she had an experience with me. She understood all my stories were not stories. They were shadow people. Yes, all 3 of those made me get goosebumps. Oh my goodness. Very great. That you guys did well. Give them a hand, all 3 of them who answered. Tell us what you were afraid of as a child. That was a good one, guys. Can you imagine playing these with a group of people, your friends and family, how fun it would be? And so I hope I'm making it as fun for you guys as you would if you were sitting with your family and friends. This is a very fun game. I love it. I love it. Jen said that would be cool. Mother Sparks, Jen said, it frightened me so bad. Yeah, that would frighten you. I mean, you know what you saw, and it's so hard to get others to believe what you saw. It really does. It really does. Great one, guys, said Sacred Emotion. Jen Zora said Patricia, oh my heaven. My mother Spark, yes ma'am, my family is sensitive. Yes, I believe I have been very sensitive from a very young age. I was about 3 years old when I had something traumatic happen to me, and it was after that that I could see shadow people, hear them. It's been a long time. Now we have Clara Aurora, wow TZED, that I would love to have seen. My Mother Spark, Claire, yes. Okay, Jen's new channel. Mother Sparks, I am excited about that, yet it scares me so bad, but yet very interesting. Do you talk about it on your channel? See, a lot of people are afraid to talk about their experiences, but you know what? Here's how I look at that, guys. If it happens, it happens. And my peeps on my channel were live with me when we saw the string going up and down, moving around. There was no fan in that room. I was in my nursery because I am a Reborn doll collector, and I was in my nursery doing a video, and boom, there it happened. And spirits behave that way, but don't be afraid to talk about it. If it happens to you, you know it's true. That's all that matters. People can poo-poo you. People can say, I don't believe you. But that's on them, not you. You know it happened. You experienced it. Take it for what it is. All right, so Jen said, Mother Sparks, oh, okay, being sensitive can help you with that, as we know. And Mother Spark answered her, Jen, I do not. My channel is about faith. That's right, and helping people work through things. She got a good channel, guys, helping to work through things. I have the fun end of working through things, and she has the faith end of it, working through things. But I do talk about faith on my channel now and then, but I want to keep your minds off the negative and on to the positive. And her channel is good for helping you through those things. Jen said, Mother Sparks, I'm very happy you made it. Astro Wolf, Jenny's in the house. Hello, girl. Hi, clowns and mascots. Scared me as a kid. Yeah, clowns is a big one that scares people as children. You bet. You bet. Even as adults. I know some adults that are afraid of clowns. Sacred said, hi, Astro. I thought you came in calling us clowns and mascots. Oh, I had to reread it. I thought that too, Sacred. I thought that too, and I had to reread it real quickly. Jen said, LOL, me too. Hi, Jenny. My Mother Spark, absolutely. Jen, lots of my examples are from myself, but I don't say they are my own experience because I don't want to influence people in that way. Good idea. Good idea. I want them to find their own way with help. That's right. And Mother Sparks doesn't like clowns either. Okay, guys. Moving on to the answer. This is number 2 winner. The answer to someone else's comment. The answer to someone else's comment. And here it is. We have it right here. Putting shoes on the table. Ghosted. No-show. Disappointment. And that number 2 winner is Queen Bee's Babies and Stuff. She answered me with, we will read her answer right here. She told her superstition was putting shoes on the table. And I had asked her a question. And here is her very well put explanation. It wasn't me. The first time I was at work and I asked my first husband, God rest his soul, to bring my shoes to my grandmother's house because I was going to go out to dinner and dancing. He forgot them and left them set on the table. The girl who invited me ghosted me and All right, I think we're back, guys. We got cut off there for a minute. Then her other one was, I asked my upstairs neighbor to go shopping with me for some last minute items. My oldest daughter was getting ready to leave and she put her shoes on our coffee table. When we went upstairs to knock on the neighbor's door, she wasn't home. She stood us up. I was disappointed because I didn't feel comfortable crossing the big street with my baby by myself and almost ready to have another baby. I really don't recall the third time, but it freaked me out. And do you see what a good explanation she gave me? Very good comment to a comment. Very good comment to a question, guys. That's what we're looking for. When you leave your comment, just like number 2 is about your favorite pizza. Don't be afraid to elaborate on what kind of pizza you like. You are allowed to edit, guys, so after this live, if you think you want to redo your comment, redo it. But we want to see why you like that pizza and why the toppings are good. And when someone responds to your pizza toppings, give them a good answer. And be creative, guys. Be creative. All right. Very great, Queen Bee, said Jen's new channel. Sacred Emotion said nice. I never saw that response. Make sure, though, that's a good thing that Sacred said that. Make sure you read the other responses because I will be looking at the comments, the responses to the responses to the responses. Steve and I read through every single, all 58 comments we read through thoroughly. And that is why we found the answer to, it was like 7 answers down, I believe, but we found it. Excellent answer, guys. Excellent response to my question. Mother Spark said, I'm so glad you read that. I was thinking shoes on the legs of a table. What and imagine that. Jen said, Mother Sparks, I see that now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is just putting shoes on the table. She got ghosted the first time, a no-show the second time, and disappointment. Queen Bees, babies, and stuff. What an excellent response. Sacred Emotions. What an awesome superstition. That really captured our attention, and it had so many articles on that superstition. So let's give Queenie Bees, babies, and stuff a big hand. All right, now we're gonna do our honorary comment, guys. And we felt, when we read these comments, we felt they were very gracefully answered, confirmed, and we just had to give an honorary. So everyone now will have a first, a second, and an honorary. All right, so here is, oh, I forgot to give the scores. 75, purple is Sacred Emotions. 75 score. That's Sacred Emotions, 75. And we have blue for Queen Bees, babies, and stuff, 35. She has 35. Her score is 35. And let's move on to our honorary comments. And I'm saying comments because there were 2. So let's put them up right now. Our honorary comments. And we're going to put them up right here. Number 1, I confirm this. My husband is Filipino. Number 2, my husband said, you know where to go. And I said, quote, yes, to go eat. And the honorary winner is my Mother Spark. Give her a big hand, everyone. My Mother Spark. And she is the color brown down there, and her score is 15. honorary. And make sure to write your score down. That includes the honorary. Write your score down along with first, 75 sacred emotions. Second, Queen Bees, Babies and Stuff, 35. And my Mother Spark honorary comment. She had 2 good answers. Confirm this, my husband is Filipino, and my husband said you know where to go. And that has to do with the funerals. Don't go home after the funeral. And the fact she confirmed sacred emotions thing about funerals, not going directly home. Awesome, 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 guys. I mean, you guys all did good comments, good superstitions. Now let's see how you do on pizza. Pizza, pizza. And that is our HMO. When you see HMO behind the title, it is Hear Me Out. Number 2 is Now Up Pizza. All right, guys, let's do another quick one before we go. And we are going to... Here we go. Let's see what I'm going to give you. All right. Your name. Listen close, guys. Your name just appeared in the police blotter. What for? All right. Why did it appear? You can give a short answer, a quick answer, but just answer. Your name appeared in the police blotter. What for? You know what? Let's not do that. Somebody might take it wrong. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to skip that, even though that's the one I'm supposed to do. Let's not do that. Cancel. Cancel, cancel. Let's do this one. Your favorite candy bar and why? Your favorite candy bar and why? Right here, guys. Let's do this one. Your favorite candy bar and why? I will set the music 1.5 minutes. Let's go. Your favorite candy bar and why? Come on, guys. Your favorite candy bar and why? Let's go. All right, guys, awesome, awesome. I changed that because we don't want anybody taking the game wrong or taking someone's comment, misconstruing it. So I went with the second one, and it was a short favorite candy bar and why. All right, we have... Sacred Emotions with I have too many fave candy bars. Come on, guys, make sure during the live you are answering. That is part of the game. All right, she said I have too many fave candy bars, but Reese's Peanut Butter Cups make my heart happy. Oh, that's it. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Awesome. My sweetheart just bought me 2 bags of them. And I'm skinnier than heck, guys. And I just eat the heck out of them Reese's. I love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. My fave, too. My fave, my fave. My mother Spark said take 5 sweet, salty pretzels and caramel. Everything amazing. That's right. Oh, salty pretzels, caramel. Oh, that's good too. And put peanut butter in that mix and I am all for it. Jen's new channel said Hershey's chocolate bar. I put it in the freezer for many days. Then I take it out and grab the peanut butter and a spoon. I break it up. Oh, I bet you that would be just like a Reese's peanut butter. Oh, that sounds yum. What a treat. Claire's Aurora, toner line, not sure if they have them in the USA. I love the nougat pieces covered in chocolate. Sort of like our Milky Way, I bet, guys. The Milky Way has nougat. It has chocolate, so and caramel, I think. So it sounds like our Milky Way here, but that sounds yummy with the nougat and the chocolate. And then add caramel to that. Oh, yum. Yum City. And Sacred said, my mother Sparks, are we soulmates? Reese's makes my heart happy and Take 5 makes my life amazing. Isn't it funny how a candy bar can just make us so happy? That's right. It makes my heart sing too. My mother Sparks said, Sacred cats for real do those things too. Claire Aurora, Toblerone. I don't know what that is. I hope she will elaborate on what a Toblerone is. I've never heard of it. I think Sacred has. She said, Claire, Toblerones are good, and I didn't know till recently there's a correct way to eat them. Oh my goodness. Somebody tell me what a Toblerone is. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh yes, said Jen's new channel. I want candy now. I just gained 20 pounds. Claire said I just break the triangles up. I have got to see what that is. I want to try one. My mother Spark said I'm at lunch and my sandwich isn't tasting good after that question. Oh, that's funny. Jen's new channel, Mother Sparks, laughing for you. Jen's channel, Mother Sparks, it should taste like candy. Oh my goodness, Toblerone is great, said Mother Sparks. Chocolate and nougat. Oh, I'm going to have to find one of those and try it. It sounds yummy, it really does. Scroll up after my comment in Hershey. Claire explains. Oh, okay. Claire Aurora, Toner 9 is not sure if they have. Oh, that's what she was talking about. It separated her. Okay, I get it. Okay, I'm going to try those. Oh my goodness, those sound amazing. Swiss chocolate. Oh, I've had Swiss chocolate before and put it in hot chocolate. Oh, it's so good. Bar made with honey and almond nougat. Oh my goodness, I want some of that. They are long triangle chocolate shaped. Oh, that sounds so good. Yes, I love Swiss chocolate. I've had that and I have put it in hot chocolate with marshmallows. Oh, it's so good, guys. So good. All right, guys, we are going to cut this live because we have to get ready. But before we do that, I have a couple things I want to tell you guys. And let's go back to 16. I'm not going to read them all, guys. Only the 16. If you want to look them up, you can. But I've got to share these with you guys. 16 funeral superstitions from all over the world. All over the world, guys. This is really interesting. No transporting the dead in a family car. Number 2, Throw coins in front of the funeral car from the Philippines. Now, my mother Sparks should know that. If not, her husband should know that. And they probably already know about that. That is cool. Number 3, don't drive past a funeral procession. Number 4, cover all mirrors from the Jewish culture. Number 5, leave food for the dead from the Mexican culture. Number 6, don't wear red from the Philippines and China. Number 7, funeral and burial away from cultivated land from Africa. Rain during a funeral. And that depends on which country or culture you're in. In the Appalachian Mountains, people thought that the funeral on a rainy day meant that the soul of the deceased would go to heaven. Number 9, place coins on the eyelids from ancient Greece. Number 10, a hearse shouldn't stop during the funeral procession. Number 11, stand near the body during a funeral from the United States. How awesome is that, guys? Number 12, never travel the same way after a funeral. Number 13, don't attend if pregnant or engaged from China. Don't look at the deceased, especially if pregnant. Africa and Asia. Wear gloves if a pallbearer from Victorian era England. And number 16, don't yawn without covering your mouth from Victorian era England. How awesome are those, guys? If you want to check them all out, just come back to this section of the video. And I read 16 funeral, and I can take a picture of them and give them to you if you want to do your investigation for when I go ahead and look up that other one and bring it up in another live. You can be prepared too. And covering a mirror to trap lost souls. Once someone has passed away, their soul is released from the body and starts to roam. Legend says that if your soul encounters a mirror before their body is buried, typically within the first 3 days of passing, their soul will be trapped in the mirror. This is said to cause mirrors to tarnish or even turn into an image of the deceased. People have claimed to see faces of the dead appear in old antique mirrors. I'll tell you what, guys, that's another video. But that is so, I have seen that personally. So that could be another video. Is this trapped soul or just our minds playing tricks? I don't think so. Some also believe that demons will escape through a mirror into the living world. To prevent trapped souls and demons roaming about, simply keep your mirrors covered when someone passes. When someone, you don't have to keep them covered all the time, guys. All right, now here's another interesting one. I will read your comments, guys. We don't spit ashes and don't take anything, including flowers, from the funeral. Exactly. Jen said, Claire, oh, thank you. I'm waiting. Jen's new channel, Mother Sparks. I have only a few parts of my Meemaw here with me now and have for many years. Mother Sparks said, I have all my mother's ashes. I lost her recently and all her belongings still. Yeah, I hear you, my Mother Spark. I lost my mom. If you go back through my videos, you'll see my tribute to my mother. It was very hard on me when I lost her, and it took me a while to shake it. But I stayed positive for my mom's sake. And so, yeah, I know how you're feeling, and I'm right there with you, girl. I'm giving you a cyber hug. I hear you. Jen said, I see faces everywhere in everything. I just found out it has a name. Oh, creepy. You'll have to tell me about it. Jen's new channel, Mother Sparks, I'm sorry for your loss. Yes, we all are, and we know how you're feeling. Okay, here's the origin of a broken mirror. A species of divination, which was performed by lowering a mirror into the water, allowing a sick person to look at their reflection. If the reflection appeared distorted and ghastly, it was an ill omen. If fresh and healthy, it was favorable. How many have heard of that one? Whoa, spooky. As legend has it, when you break a mirror, you are going to be cursed with bad luck for 7 years. How true is this myth? How is the curse undone? Well, it is hard to say how accurate this belief is. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Accidents will happen and things break. We are only human. Potential curse reversal. Wait a couple of hours before picking up the broken fragments. Throw salt over your left shoulder. And yes, that was another superstition brought up by Jen's new channel, throwing salt over your shoulder. And take a single piece of mirror and touch it to a tombstone. It has immediate effect. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? I tell you, superstitions are, they're just funny. It was, whether you believe or you don't. Brass mirrors were to hang above idols in China. This way, if evil spirits were to enter their place of worship, they would see their reflection and run away. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mirror or highly reflective object will do. In Cambridge in 1800s, men's shoe buckle was found hanging on the wall. It was believed to be used to ward off evil as much as like the mirrors in China. Today, many people hang mirrors across the front door to reflect negative energy. Now, I have never heard of that one. To reflect negative energy away and protect the home. Hey, it's cheaper than an alarm system. This wasn't mine, guys. This wasn't mine. This was my research. How cool is that? I'll tell you, it's awesome. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for playing Hear Me Out, a fun comment on comment board game. And HMO number 2 is now up, so get your comments done. Get your answer comments done. And we shall see next week live who makes the cut, who gets number 2, and who is our honorary comment. Until then, guys, you have a beautiful, safe, fun weekend. God bless, and I'll see you in the next game.